Today we're going to be talking about multiplying by multiples of 10. So, you have already learned how to solve basic math facts. I have a couple here. Let's solve them together. We know that 9 times 4 is 36, and 2 times 5 is 10. You're pretty good at those, and we know how to use those. Now we're going to use those when we do multiples of 10. Let me show you. So we're going to use the basic math facts to help us solve the larger numbers that are multiples of 10. So take a second and look at these 4 problems I have here. I have 2 times 4 and 20 times 4. Do you see what's the same about them and what's different? Then I have 5 times 9 and 5 times 90. Both 20 is a multiple of 10 and 50 is a multiple of a 10. And I know this because they end in 0. Any number that ends in 0 is a multiple of 10. Let's solve these. 2 times 4 is 6. So I'm going to write 6 as the product. Now, in 20 times 4, you may look at that and go, oh my goodness, that's too hard. But take a second and pretend the 0 behind the 2 is not there. And then you have your basic math fact again. 2 times 4 is 6. And then I'm just going to add a 0. That's the product. 6 times 0. So I just took the 0 from here and put it there. I multiplied 2 times 4, which was 6, and then I moved my 0 there. If you think about it, 0 times this number is going to give you 0. Let's try another one. 5 times 9. You could solve that by counting by 5s 9 times or doing the number trick, finger trick for 9s. But I know that 5 times 9 is 45. All right, now let's look at the multiple problem. If I pretend the 0 is not there and I cover it up, then I have my 5 times 9 problem again. And 5 times 9 we just figured out was 45. And then 5 times 0 would be 0, so I'm going to add a 0 to the end. 450. Okay, now the only tricky thing when you're doing this is that sometimes when you're looking at the basic math fact to help you solve the problem, the answer or the product of the basic math facts might end with 0. Let's work with this one through together. 4 times 5 is 20. My basic math fact already has a 0 on the end. I'm not going to let that trick me, because when I do 4 times 50, I'm going to look at my basic math fact first. 4 times 5 is 20. Whoops. But I still have this 0 right here that I need to put on the end. So I'm going to add a second 0. The product of 4 times 50 is 200. Let's try another one. 4 times 2 is 8. So 40 times 2 has got to be 8 and a 0, which makes 80. Isn't this fun? Now you know how to use basic multiplication facts to solve problems with multiples of 10. Try some.